we are going to solve a question from PYQs. Which has come in 1st February 2024 shift morning shift. The topic is limits. The question follows like this: if given a function f of x as cos inverse of 1 minus of fractional part of x whole square times sin inverse of 1 minus fractional part x upon fractional part of x minus fractional part of x whole cube, and we have to find left hand and right hand limits, and they are denoted by L and R respectively in this as in the given question. Now, while we calculate limit left hand limit, we'll take it as limit extends to 0 minus, and we can write extends to 0 minus as 0 minus h, means we can replace x with 0 minus h, because we are approaching 0 from left hand side, and the h is also very small, means we are in the neighborhood of 0. So we can take h is tending to 0, and as we are approaching from left hand side, we can write it as 0 minus h. So we can replace x with 0 minus h, and after substituting that, we'll reach to a position that cos inverse of 1 minus my fractional part of minus h whole square times sin inverse of 1 minus fractional part of minus h upon fractional part of minus h minus fractional part of minus h whole cube. We know that fractional part of a negative number, like for suppose if we take a fractional part of minus 1 by 4, the fractional part is not minus 0.25. The fractional part is 1 minus 1 by 4, which is 0.75. This is the fractional part of minus 1 by 4. Similarly, you can see here fractional part of minus x is 1 minus x. So after applying this, we will get that limit h tends to 0 cos inverse of minus h square plus 2h into h upon 1 minus h times minus h square plus 2h. H cancel, and we'll get left hand limit value as pi by 4. And while we calculate right hand limit, we'll take limit x tends to 0 plus. We can write x here as 0 plus h, because we are approaching 0 from right hand side. We are approaching 0 from right hand side, and here the h is also very small, means we are in the neighborhood of 0. So we can write x in replaced by 0 plus h, which is same as h, and after calculating we'll reach here that cos inverse of 1 minus fractional part of h whole square times sin inverse of 1 minus fractional part of h. And here we cannot write it as 1 minus fractional part of h, because this is not equal to 0, this is equal to 1, and we can, and the value is pi by 2. And for simplifying this, I took this as theta. You can see the simplification process here. Theta equals to cos inverse of 1 minus fractional part of h whole square, and after further calculation we'll get theta as 2 sin inverse of fractional part of h upon root 2. And here theta is also equal to cos inverse of 1 minus fractional part of h whole square. This means these both are equal, and I substituted this value in the expression and further calculated it. And I use, now I can use approximation here, because if we keep 0, I will get the value as 0. So we can approximate here sin inverse h upon root 2. We'll get more fractional part of h upon root 2, and the right hand limit value is pi upon root 2. And they asked us the value of 32 uh, upon pi square times L square plus R square. And if we put the values of L and R in the expression, we'll get the answer as 18. Thank you, and subscribe to our channel Chai or JEE.